To your viewers.
Good afternoon. Now, the president said no to rejoining the International Criminal Court. Do you want to get the reaction of the BCCP on this?
Well, I think what he said is they're obviously investigating locally, but I think the point is obviously what you're looking for is what's the impact vis-a-vis investors or so forth. I think when we look at this, it's a decision which people take in context of many things, right? I mean, what is the overall way the economy is working out? What's the overall plans? Obviously, the UK belongs to most of these organisations, and we look forward to seeing how that progresses. But I would say you've got to take this in the context of overall decisions made and obviously how he's leading, this being 1 month into the administration.
Right. Now, just putting it simply, Chris, would international investors necessarily be bothered or concerned by this decision of the president not to rejoin the ICC? Is it going to disrupt anything?
I think investors would take this in light with other decisions. I think what would be, frankly, the way investors will look at is what do they see going forward? What are the decisions made? So, for example, in the SONA speech, which was on the 25th of July, President Marcos said that he wanted to make the Philippines an investment destination. They would take a great consideration into that. And they would also take great consideration into his appointments that he's currently made, such as obviously Secretary Jokno as Department of Finance, Secretary Fred Pascual, Department of Trade and Investment. I think these appointments and many others he's made have given a reassurance to investors. And that's what I think they'll be looking at and taking into these overall contexts of obviously other decisions that are going on.
Well, speaking of the administration, it's been just, a little over a month since he took his seat. You've already praised the economic team and some of his appointments, but how do you view his administration so far and the policies he laid out, especially during the State of the Nation address?
Well, we were very encouraged by the State of Nation address. I mean, I think it, as I said, that emphasis on making the Philippines an investment destination, the fact that he highlighted the liberalisation laws such as the Foreign Investment Act, the Public Service Act, which the British Chamber has been a long advocate for. He also highlighted the need to further increase the efficiency or a way of doing business, right? We've been behind that, improving business and how we do business here, and on infrastructure and digital. So you're right, Ron, it's a very short period, but so far the indications are there. Obviously what we now need to see moving forward is those actions, but certainly the SONA was a very encouraging and comprehensive statement.
Anything you think he may have missed during the SONA? I think you were waiting for the RCEP to be mentioned there.
We were. I'd say a couple of things, actually. So I think RCEP definitely. I think we have been, and look, it's there as a priority under Department of Trade and Investment. It was a priority as outlined also just recently by former Secretary Lopez. And we think that would be a great complement to the overall economic plans that he's laid out. Plus, the UK would be interested in the Philippines joining RCEP. I think that the UK, as you know, post-Brexit has been looking at various trade arrangements across the world, looking at CTPP, and obviously would like to see the Philippines as part of RCEP. But I think also the opportunities for the Philippines are there. And of course, I think there are concerns over agriculture, and I think that has been to some extent addressed, and it's also a limited part. It's 33 tariff areas. So I think we would urge that, and we hope that the Senate will ratify or discuss RCEP shortly.
Chris Nelson of the British Chamber of Commerce of the Philippines. Thank you very much, Chris.